The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs.
All right, welcome to the Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. We got a fun podcast today, folks. I'm going to do a little clappy clap. Lizzie Lehmann's here. Did I say it right? Lehmann.
Stop thinking of the bar.
Think of in layman's terms.
Keenan, you cut my head off here. Can you?
Oh.
I gotta go down like this.
Dude, that's your problem.
All right. Well, Keenan Sargent's here. He's going to be here. He's here for half the podcast because he has a. You're going where? You're going to Florissant.
Yeah, it's a 720 show. Big Lou's gonna be there. RJ's gonna be there, and a lot of other musicians. So I'm gonna be there. Just a few.
Okay, and then my sweetheart Shemaine's here. And so, give her a little clappy clap. I got my shirt on from Grandma's Cookies, so shout out to them. Yeah, they were on our podcast last week.
Those some bomb ass cookies.
Yes, they're amazing
cookies.
The chocolate chip one's always a favorite. And
I like peanut butter.
Well, they're so fattening.
The coconut was good too.
I didn't eat like the day after, because that way I would get back.
Yeah, I couldn't eat a whole one at one setting because it was very sweet.
Are they like the crumble cookies where they're like
Ooh.
1/4 is like 400 calories? They trick you into thinking that
It's a thick ass.
It probably
cookie.
is.
Yeah,
but
ridiculous.
they're like probably about that big, and they're they're very moist.
Probably
like,
thick as that lid.
Yeah.
one serving of a crumble cookie is 1/4 of the cookie. Like who eats just 1/4 of a cookie?
Yeah, it was really thick. I mean,
Yeah.
it was like
Especially
Yeah, it
in
was
the
probably
middle.
about that thick.
Yeah.
Like the chocolate chip, it has that little
Okay.
bulge up there. I'm like, I don't know how that works,
Yeah.
I
but
feel like
I don't know. It was good.
yeah. She's like everybody's wearing sunglasses.
felt a little
so
left out.
So we got her sunglasses.
hold on, where'd you get those?
Bright in here.
Those are Keenan, those are like Keenan
I
glasses.
don't know.
Where'd you get those?
I don't know. That's a good question. Where did I get these from?
Copycat? Okay.
I got.
Where did I get these from?
Timu makes a lot of money off of
Yeah,
it.
they do.
I buy all their sunglasses, and all
I got
their
the chain.
jewelry. Yeah, I know.
They should be a sponsor.
They should be a sponsor.
We need to
yeah.
get like
They
t-shirts.
should.
Yeah. I saw your car when you pulled up. You must be a dog lover because you had a bunch of
I
bumper
am.
stickers.
I have stickers. All the stickers. They're actually magnets. I turned them. I take the stickers and I make them into magnets so I can move
Resell
them.
the car or no?
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha.
The last car, the resale value went way down because it was just stickers. So
Right.
yeah,
So talk about what type of dog. Obviously,
I
you
have
own.
two. I have a husky.
Uh-huh.
She's very pretty but not very smart. You say she's lucky she's pretty. And then I have a lab coonhound mix according to her DNA sample.
See, I wouldn't mind a husky.
Do you have any of the pictures on your Facebook here of your dogs?
I
I don't want to.
You can go up. If you go up and then if you go to my photo. There you go.
She has some like decent photos.
There's
up
one
there.
back up.
I
There's
see one right
of 'em
there.
Okay, there's the lab right here, folks.
Yeah,
We're gonna cut
there's
to
the
it.
lab.
Okay,
she's
cute. What's
Young.
The puppy dog. She's actually about 7 or 8.
Oh, she's old.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's got the puppy dog eyes down.
Yeah, that's cute. And then
The other one, I think, can you see her there? That's her. No, that's my friend's dog. Never mind.
Oh,
There's a cat.
I worked at a doggy daycare, so that's not really like all of my.
I heard those are a
The
half.
other ones, she looks like a husky.
I
you
heard
know.
those are like a half.
You know what a husky looks
Like
like.
a Siberian husky?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
she had blue eyes?
yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. She's
Yeah.
pretty.
Always wanted one
She's
of
very
those.
pretty, but she's not very smart.
those shed a lot, right?
Yes, she does. We actually just got her shaved, and you're not supposed to get them shaved.
Oh, rude.
But
Oh.
she was shedding so much that we were just done.
Oh,
Can't deal with the hair anymore.
right.
Does she
Okay.
howl? A lot?
A little bit, like when she wants something, she'll yell at you, but not like just like other. I wish she did what other huskies did, but
Like night of a full
No.
moon.
yeah, not like at the full moon.
They do that a lot.
Keenan's going to give you some crazy questions today, so just be.
She's just
ready
she's
for
just
it.
unbothered by everything.
I wish I was.
How will like the
I'm kinda-
the fireworks? Did they handle the fireworks okay?
The black one, the lab, did not.
Uh-huh.
The husky did not care. When I say she's bothered by nothing, I mean she's bothered by nothing. She
Oh.
does not give an F.
like
At all.
everyone's outside. sipping
She
their
will
beer.
come up and just grab food out of your hand. Like she
Oh,
has
wow.
no, like she does what she wants, pretty much.
Like we're all outside, we're just sipping a beer, fireworks going up, and then the dogs
Yeah.
are going crazy.
And then the lab is she's got anxiety. I say I'm her emotional support human
Uh-huh.
because she's got a lot going
She's
on.
needy.
She's very needy.
Isn't Dobby needy?
So yes, he is very.
She kind
Well,
of.
that's what Shemaine is for
She
our
reminds
cat,
me
yeah.
of Dobby. Oh, Dobby the cat.
Yes, my cat.
Yeah.
The one that was
that's-
growling like Exorcist.
Growling, that was her cat, yeah.
Yeah.
Not growling. That was
Or whatever she does.
howling.
It's probably
Whenever
possessed.
Shemaine leaves, like, it'll do it for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I have one.
Until I throw a phone book at it. No,
No, you're
just-
fine.
Right,
I
it's
knew
not-
it.
wouldn't be
it's not a
alive.
phoneless encyclopedia.
No, but it does it about 15 minutes, and then I think it just forgets who Shemaine is, and then it
It's
goes
not
back,
it.
it goes back to sleep.
It's a he.
Oh,
And he forgets, and then it goes back.
I'm gonna say
to
you gotta
sleep.
say the pronouns for pets too.
Right.
Don't get canceled.
So you're on the show because thank you, Pete O'Shea out there.
Love him.
Yeah,
He's a great guy.
He just did a show or a class, I should
Yeah.
say, and so part of your class, you got to come do an interview with me, and then you got to do your own stand up thing. And so
Yeah.
July 12th here at 7 p.m. You guys are performing at
Old
the
Orchard Gallery.
Old Orchard Gallery.
Webster
so,
Girls, my
Yep.
old hood.
So
Webster
I know
Groves.
Lydia. Lydia's a sweetheart. And then Hillary was on the podcast last night.
Yeah,
Very, very
both
smart.
very funny. Very funny women.
Very funny, very smart women.
Yeah.
And so is this your first time doing stand-up?
This is my first time doing stand up. I've been doing improv for a couple of years, but
Debuts.
stand up I am brand new at.
And improv, that's where you've seen Keenan before.
I met Keenan at an improv thing, an
It was like
improv
I think it was a
jam.
Thursday
A jam is
It was
what
like a
they
Thursday
called it.
class we did, and it was
Yeah.
like last minute, so it was
So
it was
how-
fun.
How many times have you done stand up now?
Just the class really, and then
Oh, wow.
we did a performance for like our families, but I really that's the most that I've done in front of anybody. So I'm very, very new to stand up.
Because you're not shy though, but you're not shy
So-
though.
No, not at all.
Are you nervous
About
doing the stand
Stand
up?
up.
a little bit. I think I'm more nervous about doing it in front of my family than anybody.
I think that
Really?
would make me nervous too.
Yeah.
Like strangers could be like whatever, but
Well,
then
because
the
you'll never
family
see
is
them
just-
again.
Exactly.
Hopefully
Maybe.
you'll see them again. Yeah.
Like, hey, I remember that
Exactly.
guy.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And I've done a lot of performing. I mean, I did theater in high school and all of that. But I don't know. Every new kind of performing that I get into is a different.
Different vibe. And
Yeah,
feel.
exactly.
Do you feel a different pressure with doing stand up than just improv? Because improv, you can rely on the story or whatever the
Yeah,
act, and you can rely
for
on
sure.
your other
And you've
people.
got like other people to support you, but
Yeah.
but stand up is kind
Yeah.
of like all from your own. Yeah, that's definitely figured that out very, very quickly. Is like, wow, this is a lot different than improv. 'Cause you can only prepare so much for improv, but stand up, like all you have is preparedness.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's your material going to be? Like what's the
Don't
subject
give
matter?
too much detail.
I
Be surprised.
I only have like 10 minutes worth right now, but I talk about me being a preschool teacher, and then I go into talk about kids because that's kind of the thing that I do most of the time.
Right.
I talk about some mental health a little bit. I think I'll probably work that in a lot because I don't think that's talked about enough. And then I talk about Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
That's all I
on
have.
Sundays.
That's
All right.
all of 10 minutes, but
Is it a good thing of a Chick-fil-A or a bad thing? Of
it's a good thing. It's
Oh,
a good
good
thing.
thing.
You
Okay.
have to wait and see.
Their nuggets are good. I'll give them
Okay.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
if I was a teenager, I'd probably want to work at Chick-fil-A because they're closed on Sundays.
Yeah,
So-
and they take care. They seem like they take care of their people. They put
Yeah.
the little boxes over the people that work outside, so
Yeah,
they
you-
don't.
Oh God, I wouldn't want to work
so they
outside.
don't. But
I've
they
never
they
understood
give
that.
you like a little like tent that
Yeah.
you wear over yourself so you don't get wet.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
like
what-
over your personal self?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
and they're building. It looks like they seem to all be building like some kind of like
Like a
overhang.
Yeah,
the roof
yeah.
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody there seems happy.
It's so weird. Like they start off in the malls. Now all of a sudden they're a chain to like just
Yeah.
everywhere. And 5 lines. It's so forever.
I have to say that those employees seem happy.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is like they must
They're blessed.
They must get paid well. I don't,
Yes, they
I don't know.
must.
That
Something.
Trader
For that
Joe's,
many
Chick-fil-A,
people?
they figured out something that all the other businesses need to figure out
Right.
because
McDonald's, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, really?
Total.
right, Walmart, Trader Joe's, like
Right.
Double line drive
I'm
throughs is
looking
one
for-
thing.
McDonald's about throw your food out the window.
yeah.
Here you go.
If I'm looking for a friendly face, I'm going to Trader Joe's, man. Like
Been there once.
Right.
Actually, no, I've been there twice.
I am addicted.
That store.
Well, I don't even know what this Trader Joe's is, like a grocery store.
It's
Yeah.
like a grocery store.
Oh, it is?
Different products.
Yeah,
It's
they've
kind
got
of like a bougie.
yeah.
re-
It's a little bougie. It's a
grocery
little
store.
bougie. I don't live by one, so I only ever go when I'm in that area, which is
Right.
good because it's not like super expensive though. It's relatively affordable, and they've just got like different stuff. Like they've got their own products, and you can't like.
So I think it's
They
like
always
2
have like
stores.
fancy little.
I think it's like 2 stores or just 1 store.
There's
one, like, by the Galleria.
there's one by the
on Olive,
Galleria, and there's one
on Olive, I think. Olive Street.
I don't know. Probably. And then there's one in Brentwood, and there's one on Manchester.
Yeah.
In Manchester.
I remember going a long time ago. All about was popcorn.
Oh yeah, I got their popcorn is good.
Spicy
I get
nerd popcorn.
frozen soup dumplings. They got a lot of good frozen stuff, like a lot of frozen Indian and Asian food and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
It's kind of like a lower tier, like Whole Foods,
Yeah.
basically.
Yes,
Yeah.
but like
I've been there
affordable.
once.
But
Yeah.
like affordable. And
I'll go now.
the cashiers, I don't understand like if
Road
they're
trip.
robots or what, because they are always friendly and they somehow always like have eaten whatever you're buying, so they can be like, oh, this is really good, and everything that they've tried is good. And I don't know, they're always happy. Like
That's
how
why,
do they?
Yeah, that's why I always at Walmart I go through the self checkout. I used to be against going to the self checkout because it's taking jobs. But like the people at Walmart are such in a crabby ass mood.
Right?
I rather just go deal with the machine.
Exactly.
Checkout,
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, you got to
I'm
deal with the
already in
crabby
a crappy
employees.
mood. I'll just deal with myself.
Right.
I was always a fan of self checkout, especially when like Snook started it, and
I
everyone
love
started
self-checkout.
just
Yeah,
doing
like
that from now on.
for whatever reason I always get free stuff. I don't know how it happens, but I always get free stuff when
And
I
they
do
love you.
self-checkout. I don't get it.
I
love
think
you.
there's also a
You don't get
millennial
free stuff at
thing.
Sam's.
Millennials have some thing about like talking to strangers. I've figured out is like millennials hate like talking on the phone. Like it's like you don't answer the phone if you don't know who it is. You don't answer the door if
Yeah.
you don't know who it is. Like if you can avoid talking to somebody you don't know, you do. And that just seems to be like a millennial thing.
I
Which
think it got
is-
worse with COVID though. People
Yeah,
they
that too.
definitely tapped
It
up.
But I
changed
think
so
that's why
much.
self checkout is a big thing because a lot of people are just like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't have to.
Yeah.
They don't want to do anything they don't have to either.
Exactly.
It really
exactly.
killed the social life for a lot of
Exactly.
us.
Yeah. Wow.
Like if I'm just going to the grocery store, I don't need to talk to anybody. I can go on a podcast, and I love to talk to people on
Right.
stand up comedy. I can talk to people, but
Right. Huh. Have you ever worked, going back to the Chick-fil-A thing, have you ever worked like fast food? What was like the worst job you've ever had?
Ooh.
I worked at Quiznos for like 3 weeks, and I was awful at it. And the guy just, I would say I might still work there, but they closed. But the guy just stopped scheduling me, and I just never asked him why. So I was never technically fired.
They
So,
might call
like-
you up tomorrow and be like, hey, Lizzie, come to work.
The location closed.
Guess what?
Otherwise, I would think I might still work there.
Yeah. They're like, where are you?
I can't do food jobs. I can't.
Yeah,
I
that
try
was
to stay away from
probably
that.
I think that was the only food job I ever did.
I'd rather
Never
do a
again.
gas station, if anything.
Never. I could do like ice cream, maybe,
Ooh,
or
yeah,
like a
same,
bakery,
same,
but
same.
Ice cream would be a fun job. Yeah.
yeah.
Cold Stone Creamery. I would love that.
Yeah.
Or Baskin Robbins.
Andy's?
Ooh, Baskin Robbins.
Maybe I don't know. Like I'd rather go with Baskin Robbins. It's
Oh, okay.
it's simple.
It seems like the people
No,
in
no.
Andy's are nice,
Baskin
yeah.
Robbins I couldn't do because you got to get down there with the scoop.
the-
and
yeah.
scoop
You gotta
the
get them
ice cream
hands
out.
working,
Gotta have
baby.
And Andy's just goes,
Muscled.
But see, like with Stone Cold Creamery, like you gotta, if you want toppings in it, you lay it on the board.
Yeah,
You gotta put all that
do
in
a
and mix it
little-
up. Which I mean, it's fine. There's one shop years ago. They had like the ice cream like on those cold plates. They put the milk or cream in it.
Slab.
Yeah, and they had to kind of like scrape it
Oh,
off.
the
and they had
rolled
rolls.
ice
Yeah.
cream. Yeah, those are places
Those
are
are
still
good.
around.
Oh,
They're
my God.
around. They just put one by me in Oakville.
Keenan, behave yourself. We want her to
No,
come
I
back.
want ice cream
She's a
now.
nice lady. We want her to come back.
I want ice
I'll
cream
come
now.
back.
he does want ice cream.
I'll
He's
come
talking
back.
about ice
I
cream before.
feel that way about ice cream too.
Yeah.
I feel that way sometimes.
So you were talking about your comedy. So you're going to talk a little bit about mental health and
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
is that something you struggle? You don't talk about if you don't want to. But is
No,
that
I
some-
will.
Okay.
I go all deep into it in my first 10 minutes. I'm literally my first 10 minutes of stand up. I go all the way in. So struggled with that a lot in the past, and not just me. I know a ton of people that struggle with it. And I think we're at a really good time where it's becoming more common to talk about it. But I think every person that opens up about their experience is one more person that puts themselves out there. And I think humor is the way I deal with the issues that I struggle with. So I like to kind of combine those two things.
Yeah, I do humor. I talked about this before on the podcast, but to kind of not control the situation, but make light of the situation.
Exactly.
Because if something gets a little too tense, sometimes
Exactly.
sometimes a joke can make it go down a couple notches.
Very much
Yeah.
so. That's how I was raised too. Was we kind of laugh in my family because
Got light in the mood.
yeah, anytime something bad happens, like okay, we're sad for a little bit, and then it's a joke after that.
Right. And so I think mental health got a lot worse with we were talking about COVID earlier, but with COVID, I think it definitely people don't talk. You're right. People don't talk about it enough. I don't think
For sure. And I think in some way it's kind of trendy now in a weird way.
And TikTok.
I think with TikTok and social media, it's become like trendy. So I think there needs to be like a real dialogue about it. Like this is what it really is, not like the fun quirky thing you see on TikTok all the time.
I mean, I can see like mode of speech and all that on there. That's fine, but like, with that, it's weird to kind of react and respond on that.
Yeah,
I think social media, maybe it didn't make it worse, but maybe just put it out there in the open with mental health. You know,
I have a possibly unpopular opinion, and this is a big one. I think social media is going to be the downfall of humanity. Like, I think the internet is a good thing.
Yeah.
I think the internet has been a good thing, and like podcasts are fine and that kind of thing. But I think like on a certain like TikTok and the things like anybody with any opinion can go out there and But like
I see some of the TikToks that people put out. It's just kind of
like Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok.
Exactly.
Twitter,
and like people
X,
just everybody is doing things for the views now. Like, I've just, some of the stuff that I've seen people do for social media is like, what happened to your like brain that's all you're thinking about? You're not even thinking about your own safety or anything.
Media news kind of took that over.
Yeah.
Like if it was the 90s, like it'll be, fine. But like now it's everywhere. It's uncontrolled.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in the 90s and so
Lucky.
it was a little different. We didn't have the internet or phones or anything. It was we had a beeper.
Yeah.
Yep. Pagers.
Pagers. Yes.
Hey, we outside.
Right.
I still remember mine.
I need to find one still.
538-1023.
Wow.
Oh, so
You gotta ask a doctor. I think they still use them.
Damn it.
Oh, I don't have the pager anymore, so.
And drug dealers.
I mean, do
Doctors and
people
the drug
still have
dealers.
I mean,
pagers?
if I found it at a thrift store.
I think the doctors still use them.
Do they?
Yeah.
No, I mean they got phones and like radios, but like I if I could find one like right now, I would buy it.
I don't know. I'd like almost to go back to a pager because when people would say I tried I paged you, I'd be like, sorry man, I was busy. I wasn't around the phone.
Mine had a voicemail on it. They could leave a voicemail on mine.
Well,
I never understood like how those like work like officially, but I just want one for a collection.
You could like couldn't you like
call it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, my friends would be like 911. Like,
hey, bro, come over.
I would always text my friends 60065, which would spell
boobs.
It would spell, yes, it would.
See, I had a calculator.
That's calculator. That's 8.
I had a calculator.
I'm gonna say it's 8.
It might have been
remember
9s. It might have been 9s.
Boobies.
It's
8.
Yeah, figures.
Yeah. So first time doing stand up.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes. Like, how do you know it's 10 minutes? Do you do it in front of a mirror? Or
we've been doing it in front of each other, in front of the other people that are taking the class, and they've been kind of timing us. And Pete's been helping out a lot with that too, to kind of tell us how to gauge whether something is. That's been a lot of the trying to figure stuff out. The two though is doing it by myself.
After taking the class, do you watch like a stand-up special and maybe like the roast of like Tom Brady, or you watch just Dave Chappelle or whoever, and kind of see they're kind of, I see how that's structured like that now with the joke coming in late, and you kind of like, when I started getting into filmmaking, I would watch movies a little bit differently. But go ahead, what you're saying.
I think that even got me into stand-up too. I've always kind of been the person that like is like looking at that and like watching movies. I'm kind of exploring wanting to get into maybe filmmaking a little bit. I've been finding myself like thinking about that when I watch movies.
What type of what's your favorite type of comedy movies, or like?
I love comedy. I really like horror too.
Ooh.
It's on my bucket list to be in a horror movie one day.
Well, there's a bunch of horror movies filmed for whatever reason. St. Louis is like the mecca of horror filmmakers.
I think it's just fun to do.
It's on my
nowadays.
bucket list.
They're probably more fun to make than like a drama.
They seem like they would be so much fun to make.
Right.
If it was something like Evil Dead, I'll definitely take that like dark. I like dark humor. I definitely love just humor. Period. I'm very dark and twisted.
I like comedy horror, kind of like Shaun of the Dead. Kind of, it's still
Zombie
scary,
Land.
but that you got funny kind of things in it.
Evil Dead for me was
Or like Scary Movie. You were watching Scary Movie the other day. I thought that was fun.
there's a difference with that one though. It's different from like every other like movie. If I want to be precise about it, if anything, 3 or 2 is my favorite ones. of scary movies.
Oh, okay. But what's some comedy movies that you think are fun?
I'm trying. Why did I just forget every movie I've ever seen?
Yeah, it's okay.
I rewatched The Hangover recently, and that like still holds up. I think. I know
They
a lot
should
of
make
people.
a Hangover, like a female version of the Hangover.
Yeah, that'd be
would
great.
I feel like
I mean, we
that
got
is maybe
Ghostbusters.
Bridesmaids. No, but
Oh, I love Bridesmaids.
is it? Well, there was a movie that I watched recently, and I was like, "This is the female Hangover," and I can't remember what it is for some reason.
Who's in it? Who's in it? You named actors that then I can tell you the movie. Don't know? Okay, well then I don't know either.
Who's your favorite comedian?
Who's it? Oh, that's a hard one. I'm gonna like maybe Chris Farley.
Okay.
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Oh man, that's my favorite of all time. Is Chris
Since
Farley.
I was like
yeah.
During
really
his prime
young,
years,
or like
Yeah.
I'm going way far back here, but Gilda Radner,
like before. I'm gonna say
Oh,
before
wow.
SNL.
like my
yeah.
absolute favorite. I feel I can see myself in her.
I just watched that Gene Wilder documentary.
Yeah. What
I love her.
What's the woman that's in Clue that was real?
Madeline Kahn.
Yeah, she's funny. Yeah, she was funny. Yeah.
See, I like Will Ferrell as an actor. Yeah, as an actor, yes. J.J. Walker when he was doing Stand Up Late was funny. Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor. I've gotten
recently
into
I like
Richard
Gary
Pryor.
Owens.
Yeah.
I kind of have gotten into Sam Kinison a little bit, and people don't really like. I didn't know who Sam Kinison was until recently. I feel like people have. I don't know if people were trying to like bury him or whatever, or he just kind of got forgotten about. But I kind of like him.
Now, wait, how you feel about Sarah Silverman?
I like Sarah Silverman. I've always liked Sarah Silverman.
People
I used to
bash
watch
her.
the Sarah Silverman show, and like, I loved the Sarah.
I feel like Bobcat. He got his. He probably
Gulfquake.
liked Kinnison.
Yeah, I like
it.
it. I
Seems
love
like they both have the same kind of,
Oh right, yeah.
you know, screaming.
Yeah. Well,
Sometimes you just want to scream, and
Right.
like he just does it.
what type of you said horror movies? What type of comedy film would you think would be good for Lizzie to be in?
I think like a buddy comedy.
Step Brothers and Tender Stepsisters.
Yeah, or like maybe like a hangover type kind of thing.
Like physical comedy.
Yeah, physical comedy. I like physical comedy.
We need to try that one
Yeah,
day.
me too.
I think I would be good at physical
Yeah,
comedy.
I liked. We used to do a show called Failures, and I loved the physical like comedy parts of that show. It was fun to make because you could do a lot.
Yeah.
With that, yeah.
I've kind of noticed a lot of the
Pineapple
comedians
Express.
that I look up to are kind of physical comedians. So
Yeah.
Pineapple Express.
Yeah, that one's fun.
I
That
just
fight
watched
scene was,
that.
that fight scene made me cry.
I just rewatched that recently, and I haven't seen it in like 15 years. It was hysterical. I was like, I forgot how funny this was.
I just like the fight scene. That was about it.
yeah,
When
they
they're
I
at
like
Red's
the movie.
house.
I like behind the scenes like trivia on movies like that. They actually, I think he actually had to get stitches in his head because it was that kind of physical. Like,
Which one?
Uh,
Danny
Franco.
McBride?
Franco had to get stitches when
Oh.
he got hit over the head with a bong or something like that, and he actually had to get a couple stitches in his head. Yeah, so
I'm just like rewatching that part of the movie in my head.
Was that the whole scene through?
yeah. I think Hangover movie would be fun. I got a lot of experience back in the day that I could use for a Hangover movie. I think.
Yeah,
I do think a
agree.
horror comedy would be fun too. One where you get to like kind of go over the top and be like campy with it.
Yeah.
I haven't done it. I haven't done it in a couple of years, but I worked at Creepy World for 4 years in a row. And it was one of the haunted houses in Fenton. So there's Creepy World, The Darkness, and Lemp are all like the big ones. And I love that. And like some of the best times were when you would get kind of silly with it, because literally like the best tip I could ever give anybody who works in the haunted industry of like, if nobody is scared of you, if like you can tell the group that you're trying to scare is not, they're just not having it, make them laugh. Like they just want to be entertained. They came to be entertained. If you can't scare them, make them laugh. And like,
The happy haunt.
Our friend has a private haunted house in West Alton. Keenan works it, and so they actually, if you're interested in working at a haunted house 2 weekends this October.
oh,
let me know.
absolutely. See, I would love that because
See what I do for you, Clayton?
Yeah.
out
Right.
there? Yeah,
I would,
And-
yeah.
I'm even scared
Wait,
like without makeup
This
or
is
costume.
what you need to give me, Clayton, just because I help you out all the
Yeah,
time.
I would love that because it's a
Bring you
big,
people, Clayton.
commitment to do like the
Anyways.
whole like September,
Season.
October. Yeah.
And it's like it's an outside thing too, so it gets a little muggy depending on the day, but it's still fun.
Yeah, but then the bugs are gone though, and so.
But
I'm
it's
not
so
bugged
much
out.
like there is no better feeling than when you have like a grown like 300-pound man literally on the floor in a fetal position because he is scared. No better feeling, like no more powerful feeling.
Okay, when you were in the haunted house, like what were you dressed as?
I literally pretty much went all over the place. But my thing really was going back to mental health. My thing was like the psych hospital. So I like to be like a crazy person.
Did you have
I don't think I never got to wear the straight jacket. Usually had like a hospital gown on, and I would like put my hair in front of my face and just do any kind of like crazy thing. Yeah.
What would be like the scary thing you say to somebody? You know what mine would be?
Prostate.
I know your social security number.
I'd have to think about it. A lot of times I would just like make a weird noise.
That sounds like
just,
a haunted like election.
Smile or do some weird like. Oh, I did do one thing and. Where I would just like sit in the corner and rock, and I would start counting, and then I would get faster, and so they would just be like, "Wait, what? Why is she counting?" And then I would get to 10 and just get up and run and chase them out.
That's funny.
That's fun.
I did that a few times.
You should do that and then forget like 7. Be like 5, 6,
8,
8, and then
All
wait,
over the
you forgot 7.
All over the place.
Right. So, well, I will introduce you to the people
You're
that do
like,
the haunt. Yeah.
you're number 7.
Yeah.
Right.
7.
Chase after him.
What's some other subjects you said you were going to touch up on your 10-minute thing you're doing? You said mental health.
Yeah. I'm a preschool teacher. I can talk about.
You are a preschool teacher right now.
Making fun of
Yes.
kids.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So do you understand Keenan then? So this is
Very much
normal.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it.
Very much so. Yeah. I
Do you
talk about
understand
that.
his language? Please help. We don't.
I talk about
Can you
in my
translate for us sometimes?
I talk about in my set how boys have no sense of self-preservation from the age of birth to 18, and then after 18, it's kind of a crapshoot whether they ever get it or not. I'm gonna guess that he has no. He's probably one of the above 18 that never got the sense of self-preservation.
He's stuck. Yeah, his brain's still probably 12 in that.
I'm more 9.
I'm
Yeah. I'm more
Keenan,
9.
I love you. I'm just.
I love you
kidding.
too. I'm more 9.
No, Keenan's 14.
Yeah, 14.
Boys-
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Boys
man's like
are just-
16.
I don't have any kids myself, and I'm terrified of if my first child is a boy because I babysit a lot too, and I've had classrooms full of boys, and it's just WWE all the time. There's just I had a
wrestling.
kid bring cicadas inside in his pocket this year.
What?
Why?
Well,
What?
We know people that ate them.
Yeah, we had a guy that sat in your chair and ate a cicada.
No.
Ooh, and boy, he cleaned up the floor
They
after
weren't
that.
alive though; they were dead. But.
These were alive. He brought
don't
them in
matter.
alive in his pocket.
Oh.
I don't
So
know.
you're saying boys are
I guess you
tougher
wanted
to
pet
watch than women
cicadas.
than girls.
Yeah,
Boys
girls are hard too in a different way, but boys are just exhausting, man.
Girls are catty,
Yeah.
Yeah, they
yes,
are.
they are.
even in grade school.
They're easier to keep alive though.
Yeah, true.
So preschool, like how many people are in your class? Like how many?
It really depends. I think this year, the beginning of the year, I'll have only like 8. We can go all the way up to 16. I think 16 or 20.
You're in charge of 16 little ones.
Usually with another person.
Wow.
So you have to take care of
And
snacks or
I'm with the
what?
school district right now. It just depends on like where you are and how many the ages. It's like little bitty guys. You
Do
can
they have like a
4
lot
at
of
time.
accidents? Quote.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Any great stories you can share with us by being a preschool teacher?
Oh, so many. I'm trying to think of any good ones.
Someone ate a crayon.
Yeah. What's the worst thing?
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
Yeah,
That's a good one that just happened recently this year.
damn.
Is a kid got a corn kernel stuck in his nose.
Ooh.
Oh.
It was a dry corn kernel, so
Oh,
I
no.
mean they had dry corn kernels just in a table so kids could feel them and stuff. And
Sensory stuff.
he stuck it up his nose.
You got lucky,
And
I
then
guess. Huh?
I sent him. We ended up just sending him next door. The teacher had some idea of how to get it out, and so he sent him next door. And a couple minutes later, a kid in my classroom goes, "Hey, I found a piece of corn. It's sticky." And I go, don't touch that." And I called the teacher next door, and she was like, "You couldn't have called me earlier. I was blowing into his nose." Yeah, it turns out it came out, and he didn't even realize it came out.
Oh, and so she was blowing in his nose.
She was trying to blow on his nose to get it to come out, and it had already come out, and he didn't even realize it.
Oh wow. I don't think I've ever stuck anything up my nose.
You sure?
I haven't.
Other than finger.
No,
Yeah.
me neither.
I don't
Never.
know. You ever tried
Did you
sticking-
stick something up your nose, Keenan?
No, I'm not doing that no more.
Yeah, Yeah, I never got anything caught.
I got recovered.
I've heard of kids like sticking green beans up their nose.
Grapes.
Yeah, green beans.
Pins.
Beads. Yeah.
Straws.
Yeah.
That's actually a big part of my act. Is I'm teaching kids what all the holes on their body are for and what doesn't go in the holes.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
That's a hard one.
PG.
Yeah, 'cause at some point everything goes in the mouth. That's a hard thing to break.
Right.
The only food goes in the mouth, not your fingers, not other people's fingers.
Any kid ever get like his fist stuck in his mouth or anything like that? I remember a kid getting his hand stuck in his mouth when I was a kid.
Surprisingly, no, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I don't remember preschool that much. I can't remember that.
Well, yeah, he's probably the maturest one there.
Yeah, probably. No, I don't remember. So do they get like do lessons and they have a snack and they get
a nap?
Yeah, they get lunch and they take a little nappy nap. Yeah.
They fight and bicker and
Can I
everything.
Yeah, they definitely
again?
do that. They do that. Oh God, they fight so much.
I think the workforce needs to do that.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Everybody, okay, at 1:30, everybody takes a little
Yeah.
nap.
You have a little snack.
That'd be great.
Take a nap.
They do that in Japan. If you take a nap at your desk, it's a good thing because it means you're working so hard that you're tired.
As long as I have my sub of Pokemon
yeah,
plush
They
every day.
think I was the hardest worker
Right?
ever.
I just sleep all day.
Yeah.
I can see
Get
Dustin being
promoted.
knocked out for like 2 hours. It's like, come on, dude, we gotta get up. We gotta go to work.
Man, they think we were all really hard workers.
I used to work at Home Depot when I was in high school, and I started working overnight during the summer, and I would climb up in the rafters on the.
That sounds amazing.
And then I would used to go to sleep for a couple hours up there by the wheelbarrows.
That sounds like
garden.
the best nap.
He thought he was Spider-Man.
And then one time somebody got the forklift and they were trying to take something down close to me. I jumped up and scared the shit out of the guy because he was on the. He's like, "What are you doing up there?" I was like, "I was adjusting these wheelbarrows up here." Yeah. So, anyways, that's my.
Oh wow.
I wasn't a very good employee.
How did you get down? If they
You
moved
climb
the
down the
forklift?
side.
Oh,
where, like, the
okay.
end cap
He
is,
jumped.
'cause it got those little crossbars or whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a little story.
If I wasn't afraid of heights, that's probably something I would do.
Yeah,
That
but
sounds fantastic.
Yeah, but
that sounds like a great nap.
it was a great nap. It was cool because you got paid. I felt like, man, this made $20.
Like, what if
sleeping
you
for 2
like?
hours.
Is there anywhere you could fall off or?
No, I was like on a. I was
If you
on
don't,
like
if you
a-
don't like move a
a
lot,
pilot. I was on a pilot. I was
Well,
laying
I mean,
on a
I was
pilot
thinking if
there.
you're fall asleep, you're having a dream or something. You
because like
roll.
we got like
Like-
grids, but it's like still, it's just that one thing where it's like, okay, something is gonna like really shift it and it's gonna make me fall. I'll be like, oh damn,
Yeah.
I'm staying on the floor.
Yeah. So you got fired from Quiznos? Never get fired from any other type of place before?
It turns out I'm not very good with customer service. I won't go into it. I'll just say I'm not very good with customer service.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'll say on that one.
Ooh, I wish we had a
Found that-
training method for that.
Found that out the hard way. I'm great with kids, adults not so much. Because kids, like I understand kids. I understand when they say dumb things because they're kids.
I did.
Their brains aren't all together yet. But when adult says something, I'm just like, why? What happened in your upbringing? Like, what didn't go right that you are the way you are? I don't have patience for that. Why are you like this?
When's the cutoff though? When do people like? Would you do high school? Would you teach high school kids?
See, the funny thing is that I actually am technically at a high school. I think there's no. I guess there. I don't know what it would be out here. I think you guys have North Tech out here. Maybe
Yep.
it's South Tech High School.
North of here.
So it's a tech high school. So they have a child development program for kids that want to be preschool teachers. And so I'm working in the preschool, but I work with the high schoolers side by side, which terrified me at first because I do not do teenagers. I thought I would hate it, and they really haven't been as bad. I also really don't deal with them. I let their actual teacher, like their classroom teacher, deal with that.
Yeah.
I just tell them what to do, and they do it.
I think junior high would be horrible for me.
I can't. I hit like third grade, and
Let's
I'm
try
done.
college.
I think the cutoff would probably be third grade. I think maybe preschool kids I could deal with maybe for a couple of weeks, but
I'm gonna try college kids. I can relate to them.
I don't know. So
Yeah, I hit third grade, and I'm done. They turn mean. They get so mean once they hit that like almost preteen, like 8, 9, 10. They get
See,
mean.
we're mean right now.
Oh, I can remember in
Yeah.
grade school, like we'd have a substitute, and they would torture the substitute. I mean, they put all kinds of insects in her drawer and stuff like that. I was like,
Yeah. Even in preschool, some of those kids can get mean. Like, you're too young to be that mean.
Well, you gotta talk to the parents on that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
In my junior high, the kids took this is old man, folks. Chalk dust from the chalkboard. We used to have a chalkboard, and then they stuck it in the teacher's coffee.
Oh,
And,
God.
so she came in,
Wait, mug or
her mug, and
Okay.
they stirred it, right? And then she came in. She was teaching class. She took a
Oh.
sip of the coffee, and I'll have she put the mug down, and she just like slowly walked out the door. Didn't show like a face. When she came back, she just continued teaching class. She didn't give in and showing these punk ass kids.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah, so
They
I
want the
kinda-
reaction.
I look back now and I respect that lady for doing it like that.
see? I feel like I can't
Yeah.
drink coffee in your house now because you probably put some.
I didn't. I didn't do it. I swear to God, I never did that. I didn't.
Well,
do it.
I'm still not gonna drink
I mean, I
coffee in
was-
this house.
I was laughing. I was laughing. But I didn't do it though.
I don't know why this was a thing. This was pre-COVID, long before COVID. We used to have hand sanitizer fights in grade school, and we would just like squirt hand sanitizer at each other.
Uh-huh.
Or
There was
slap.
this one kid who like 3 times in a row got it in his mouth. Never learned. We still did it. I don't know why.
That shit burns.
And when COVID hit, that kid, for whatever reason, he never caught it. He never got COVID.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause he'd eaten so much hand sanitizer. One time he actually, like, this girl had some stuff that it looked like candy, but it was hand sanitizer, and he ate it because he thought it was candy.
Oh,
We were like, dude, that's hand sanitizer.
Oh, gross.
I remember those.
I used to bring paintballs. I guess it's been school for this one, and we were telling people they were gumballs, and people would
Oh,
bite into
God.
them.
Oh, you're mean.
And then I got called into the principal's office because
You're
I
mean.
sold a bunch to a kid, and then they hit the like restroom with it, and then so it came back. Somehow it came back, and I got called into the principal's office and had to do a Saturday detention. I thought it was gonna be cool. I was like, it's gonna be just like
Breakfast
Breakfast Club,
Club.
right?
Was nothing like
the
Breakfast
cool
Club.
kid, the
Yeah.
sport kid.
I didn't make any friends that day, and
Yeah.
yeah, it
You
was-
forgot to bring the weed.
yeah, and it wasn't
Yeah.
so it wasn't cool like that. So but,
Yeah.
God, school days.
yeah.
I miss it. Miss it.
Well,
If I would go back, I would probably do stuff different. I think. in high
Yeah.
school.
I would too.
I'll
It would
see you
probably
guys
be more.
later.
Oh, Keenan has to leave. Okay,
Yeah.
Keenan.
First time leaving
how
on a
rude, Keenan.
first time
Leaving
leaving
in
on
the
a
middle of a
podcast.
podcast.
It's the first time, but listen, hopefully not again.
All right,
Twitter.
All right.
It was
all right.
fun meeting you again.
Good to meet you
All right, bye,
again.
Keenan. Make sure
See
you
you,
adjust
Keenan.
your camera.
No, I'm
So-
good.
See you, Quitter.
All right.
Yeah. See ya.
You dress, kids.
Well, she's going to come to one
Good
of your
luck at
shows
school.
and just leave in the middle of it, Keenan.
Uh-huh.
I hope she
Alright.
does. Yeah, I
I'll
hope she
find
does.
out.
I hope she does. So a little bit more headroom. There we go. So now we can talk about Keenan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gone.
So
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. What kind of things did you do in high school, like sports wise?
I did a lot of
Any
theater.
activities?
I did not do sports. I never did sports. I did tennis for a little bit.
Oh, God. I'm terrible. At
I wasn't good at it. I didn't do it like on a team, just the camp, summer camp. I was bad at it. I did theater. I did a lot of theater. Really enjoyed that. A lot of crew. So I got to it's pretty cool. Like a junior, we were using like power tools and stuff and
Okay.
jigsaws and learning how to do all that.
And you like doing behind the scenes stuff too?
I do. I like all of it. I really just like all of the elements of like putting together something for other people to entertain them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like
So.
it. Yeah, I had fun built my set. I built this all. So yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, that was my thing.
What type of theater did you guys do in high school? I can't remember the theater. What theater did you do in high school? Like what was it? Macbeth? That's our cat. I don't know if they can hear it, but our cat makes noises.
He's yowling.
He's yowling.
Okay.
So
I did Music Man.
I did Music Man too.
Yeah, I was the Pick a Little Talk a Little women. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, chee, 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 talk a
I
little,
was
pick a
still
little
on
more.
crew. I was crew for Music Man.
I think I did one more. I was part of the crew in a play, See How They Run. And I think I did one more musical. I think I was in Annie. We did Annie.
Yeah, I did Annie too.
I wanted to be one of I wanted to be, I can't think of her name, the youngest orphan.
Tessie? No.
I wanted to be her so bad.
Tessa?
I didn't get it though.
Tessie? I did. I was on crew for Grease and Music Man and Thoroughly Modern Millie, which is super underrated.
yeah.
And then I did Wizard of Oz 2, twice.
Oh man, you got
Once-
some cool ones.
Yeah, I did Wizard of Oz once at school and then once over the summer. And I did Annie once over the summer.
Yeah. I love Grease.
It's a great time. Grease was the high school version of Grease. So some of it was a lot of it was Rizzo's like whole plot line was cut out.
Oh.
And then
it's pregnant.
yeah, my favorite part was instead of we made out under the dock, it was we made jokes under the dock.
Oh God.
Because everybody, that's the thing you do is make jokes.
Okay, they're
under
too
the dock.
PC on that one.
It was pretty bad. I went to a Catholic all girls high school though, so like they could not.
Was it
Yeah.
the Current Word Academy or something?
Koryezu.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of it, but
Yeah, but it was.
It's funny because sorry if you're Catholic, but
No,
they
you're
throw
fine.
down, man.
Yeah, they do.
And they're being PC.
Yeah, they do.
They got the gambling.
I tell
and the-
everybody, our dances, every single dance that I went to, they played Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy, and there were just nuns standing everywhere just watching us dance to Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. Like, I don't know if they just didn't care or they, like, it went over their heads. I was like, come on, guys. Like, they were like, we're just going to let him get away with it. Like,
Wow.
wow.
That's funny.
Yeah, they always do a bunch of like fairs and people have a drunk fest.
Yeah.
Up there, yeah.
yeah, it's a
Drinking
good time.
and gambling and
It's a good time. Yeah, we can't do. I am no longer Catholic, but they can't do a lot of things. But they can drink and they can gamble.
I went to
Yes.
public school, but I took Catholic classes at night till like all the way up to like 6th grade, and we used to go to the fair for that. Yeah, but
Yeah, it's a good
well, I
time.
didn't go to Catholic school, but I went to all the fairs.
Yeah.
the fairs would would be drunk up
That's
there.
like the event of the year. Kids just completely unsupervised, and
Yeah.
adults are
We used to go
completely
same place,
wasted.
Same place, carnival.
I think that's the
all
first time I saw drunk people when I was a kid. Oh, those people are acting weird right there. What's going on with those people? And then I know, later on, So, well, I'm excited to. I don't know if I'll be able to make this. Is what, July 12th? Is that this Friday? I can't.
Yep, this Friday.
This Friday. So, so I'm excited to see that though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. What's some of your ambitions? Like now you're going to do this. What's you talked about maybe being a horror film?
Yeah, I think I'm kind of thinking about getting out of St. Louis. Maybe not necessarily to do. I mean, I would like to keep doing comedy, but just to experience something different. Think maybe moving to Chicago, like a bigger city. Just try something different and see if there's something out there that I haven't really found my thing yet.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm taking a trip. Well, I'm hoping to take a trip to Austin. I mean, I'm not going to move anywhere, folks. Sadly, I'm going to stay here. But I think Austin would be a cool town. It seems like a lot of things are going in
Yeah.
Austin, Texas. I don't know.
In a week from now, I'm leaving for Ecuador for 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I'm going to Ecuador and the Galapagos Islands. I don't think I'll stay there, but you never know. I might just decide that.
Well, you could get kidnapped. You could get kidnapped.
I
and then-
could. Knock on wood.
Who are you going there with?
I'm going by myself.
Oh wow.
I'm going to be with a group, so I go and I'm gonna go to a city in Ecuador and work at a monkey reserve for a
That
week.
would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm a big animal person. Like I almost went into zoology.
Yeah.
I realized they literally get paid worse than preschool teachers do. So I'm gonna do that and then go to the Galapagos Islands.
Well, we went to. Should I tell her a story? So we went. I'll let you tell the story. We went on a cruise one time. We went to Barbados. We went. It was you jump islands to islands, and then we went to a monkey kind of reservation reserve.
Yeah.
Yes. And go ahead, Shemaine, tell the story.
The whole story, or just the monkey part.
Well, just the monkey part's a great little.
Okay, well, I'll just say we had a shady cab driver.
Mm.
Like, we went to Barbados. I would recommend if anybody's doing a cruise, book an excursion through the ship, because we got on the island. We're like, what are we gonna do? We're like, oh, let's go to the beach. So the beach was actually, we could have walked to it. We didn't know. Cab driver, oh, I can take you to the beach. Charge us $20 to go 5 minutes, which we could have walked to.
Well,
So-
then he stops at some like place and he's hanging out for like 10 minutes.
Oh, that's the other
inside.
cab driver.
Leave us. Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah.
So then we're like, oh, we're trying to figure out something to do. And I knew that they had like these little green monkeys that are only on this island that, and I was like, I want to see the monkeys.
Yeah.
And so we kept getting badgered by these cab drivers, like trying to take us somewhere. So finally we're like, okay. I told him, hey, I'm looking for this reserve. He's like, oh, I'll take you. $75. I'll take you for a couple hours. But so he stopped, got gas. This is on our time, right? Went to the gas station, got gas, went somewhere else, got lunch. We're like,
we're just sitting in the cab.
yeah. And then, so he takes us to the reserve, finally, and we walk through it. I'm like, I don't see, we saw other things, but I'm like, I don't see any monkeys. Do you? We're like walking through, we come out. He's like, did you see the monkeys? I'm like, no, I didn't see any monkeys. And he's like, it's up there, up the road. Did you? And he goes, here, I'll take it.
$75 more, you can see monkeys.
Yeah, so we walk up there. And so they had this little thing you pay for the food, and it's like, I think it was like bird seed kind of stuff. And so like I bought some bird feed, and I'm trying to feed, there's like little bitty monkeys that were green. They're really cute. And then there's 2 big ones, like bigger ones.
Yeah.
Like they're sitting up there probably about this tall, like if they're sitting. And so this big monkey comes over to me, and he's like going like this and picking out the seeds he doesn't want and throwing it on the ground. I'm like, you little sucker, I've been paid for that stuff. And he's like throwing it on the ground.
Throwing it for the little
And so I'm
ones.
like, so I get down, I'm picking it back up, putting it back in my hand. I pissed him off because he's like,
I was going to say he got mad.
he got mad because I'm like, I put the stuff back in my hand. He reached up and sucker punched me.
That's
in
what I
the
was saying.
face.
He's going to bitch slap
He
you.
punched her in the
Like,
face.
woman, I threw that on the ground. You picking it back up.
Yeah.
You ever
he
play Nintendo Punch Out? Like Lil Mac?
With like the Mike Tyson.
Yeah, so like Little Mac, the way he does his little uppercut.
Like uppercut,
it,
yeah.
It looked just like that. The little monkey came up and
pick him up, punch
punched
him.
her in the
Yeah,
face. And she was like Glass Joe, and she was like, whoa.
They're mean.
And
I was freaking out. Like him and the cab driver, they're laughing their ass
I
off.
know
They're like,
that is.
I would have been dying.
And he said, he's like, you look like Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I'm like, and then here I have this big red mark down my face. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be like the outbreak monkey. Like I'm going to get back on the ship and I'm like going to die of something weird infection or
monkeypox.
something like that.
You're the one that brought monkeypox back.
Yeah, I'm like in the car freaking out. I'm like, I'm going to die from this monkey punching me.
Monkey punch disease.
So, I don't even know where, you said Ecuador, right?
Yep.
Correct.
So
where's
South
that?
America. South America. It's like the upper part of South America. Geography is not my thing.
Okay.
I'm very, very bad with geography. I just
Oh,
tell
so
you,
it's
down there.
it's not an island. It's actually part of South
Yeah,
America.
so
Okay.
Ecuador is in like the middle of South America.
Wow.
Galapagos Islands are like actually an island. Yeah.
So flying there, you have to probably.
Yep. I go to Houston. And
yeah.
have a switch planes in Houston, and then fly from Houston to Quito, which is the capital of Ecuador.
Oh, wow. How long is that flight?
It's only like 6 hours, I think.
Oh,
It's not super long. So it's
Wow.
up towards like the top.
So do you have to get any like shots or anything before you
I
go?
did. I had to get a yellow fever vaccine, and I had to get a rabies shot because I'm gonna be with monkeys, and
Oh, I didn't
it was
think about that. Yeah.
very expensive.
Wow.
Hopefully, my insurance is gonna cover it
Oh, wow.
because that was not another $1,000 I was planning on paying for.
$1,000 for a rabies shot?
It was like $400 for the rabies, $700 for the yellow fever, and I'm supposed to get another rabies
Wow.
back, like a second one for $400 more, but I'm just gonna like go with the first one.
Where do you go? You don't go to Walgreens down the street to get those shots.
It's called
do you?
Passport Health.
Oh, okay.
They've got a couple locations. It turns out that might not be the best place. Somebody after I did this said they knew somebody who could do it cheaper, but it's too late now.
To be able to travel, do you have to have a COVID vaccine to do
I
international
don't think
travel
so.
anymore? Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
I was wondering how that worked. Okay.
I mean, I have one, so even if
So, wow. So that must have been a pretty expensive plane ticket. And so is it a nice resort you're staying on?
Yeah. Well, so the reserve, I'll be staying there for a week, and that's actually $150, and I get room and board and all my meals. And I'll be working, I'll be volunteering, but like for me, I'm working with like my favorite animal. So like I'm an animal
monkey's your
person.
favorite animal?
Yeah, I'm an animal person, so I'm fine
Yeah.
with that. Like I'll absolutely love that. Like that's a perfect vacation for me. And then the second part, the Galapagos Islands, I did pay for, and we'll be kind of on like a cruise, I guess like a little mini cruise ship, because there's nowhere to stay on the islands. So we kind of cruise around the islands and stay on the ship. Looks like a pretty nice ship. It's through like a tour company.
Oh,
Really?
cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that how you booked it through a tour company?
Yeah, it's called Intrepid.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
When can I do something like that? That sounds like
Yeah, that
and
was neat.
they have they had
Except
a bunch
for
of
the shot part.
It took me weeks to figure out which one I wanted to do because they have all over the world tours, like week long, all the way up to like a couple months.
Yeah.
And I just had to like figure out based on budget. And then I saw the Galapagos Islands, and that's like dream trip for me because I'm such an animal lover. And I was like relatively in my budget. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do it.
Wow.
I think my favorite animal, I have two, dolphins and cats.
Yeah, I love cats. I like dolphins too.
But I like big cats too.
Trying
like
to remember
tigers,
if dolphins
lions.
are one of the things that they said we might see. I think sea turtles. I'll get to do some snorkeling. Tortoises, those big, huge, giant tortoises. Because those are like one of the only places they live is the Galapagos Islands. So
I think
to see
I've heard of
those.
that.
Sea lions, those are a big thing for me. That was a big pull for the Galapagos Islands is sea lions. I love sea lions. I worked at the
I
zoo
love any animal, pretty much.
for about a year.
Did you?
Yeah, and they were my favorite part of the zoo.
What did you do at the zoo?
I was in education. I kind of moved all over the place. Believe it or not, the zoo has a preschool, which like nobody knows.
Really?
But I did teach. I taught the preschool for a little bit. I did their summer camp, and then I was also they call it an interpreter, but it's kind of like a tour guide. Kind of move around and stand at the exhibits and talk to people about the animals.
Oh wow!
But
cool.
the sea lions were so much fun because you're standing there for a good 2 hours with people coming past, and they get to know you. And they like want to play with you and stuff. So you're busy talking to people, and you have this sea lion that's behind you trying to get your attention. And they love to play with people. I had no idea how smart they were before I started working at the zoo.
Yeah. I remember I had red on, and you know that like where you go under,
Yeah.
and they must like the color red because like they kept coming.
They like bright. They really like bright colors.
Like they kept coming up to me.
Either
and, like,
bright colors
and,
or the other thing I'll say it's dark green because the keepers were dark green. So they know like if you have that color on, they think you're a keeper.
they're
But,
gonna
like,
get food.
Yeah, exactly. Or like bright colors, they're really attracted to that.
Yeah, because I noticed, man, they kept swimming right up to me under that thing and trying to play, and it was
Yeah,
cute.
and they all have their own personalities. It's really cool.
Well, my friend's moving back to Omaha, and supposedly Omaha has like one of the best zoos in the country.
Yeah. My other thing I've been trying to do is see as many zoos as I can all across the country. So
We've only seen two. I don't know about you. I've seen St. Louis, and we went to the L.A. Zoo that one time. The L.A. Zoo
Guess
was.
I've
I don't
seen-
think the L.A. Zoo was as. I thought St. Louis Zoo was better, but
Yeah.
you know, maybe I was
Well,
biased.
it's nice because it's free.
yeah, absolutely. I've been to the Denver Zoo, and it was all right, but you had to pay for it. And then the Central Park Zoo, believe it or not, there's a very small zoo in Central Park. That was pretty nice. I've wanted to go to the San Diego Zoo, but I've actually heard it's not all that great. And it's like $75 a person.
Oh wow.
And I've heard so many people say our zoo is better, and I'm like, our zoo's free.
It was
And-
kind of cool to see
yeah.
the other one because I'd never seen a koala bear.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
they
cool.
have
We don't
those.
have those. At
Yeah.
one point in San Diego Zoo had pandas, so that was like on my list. They don't have the pandas anymore though, so I'm like, why even go? That's all I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I go to San Diego, I'll just go to the Comic-Con thing.
Exactly.
That's my zoo I would go visit.
Exactly.
so,
My uncle
yeah.
lives out that way. He's a zoo himself, so just going out with him for
There
a
you go.
day.
I
And,
think everybody has an uncle like that. I think, yeah.
right?
Right.
We've got some family out west, and they're a whole circus themselves.
Oh yeah.
Right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the
You're
the
welcome. Thank you
podcast.
for having
Yeah,
me.
it was great. You have a very nice spirit about you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you really
That's
do.
because she loves animals.
Well, maybe that's it. So
Anybody who loves animals is a good person.
and she understood
a good
Keenan.
soul.
She understood Keenan.
Yeah.
Yes.
that's
He's
good.
great.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll definitely get you in touch with the people that are doing the haunt.
Please do. Please do.
They're nice
Yeah.
people.
I was just up in Alton. It wasn't my first time up there, but I was up in Alton for a haunt convention a couple weeks ago. It was actually like an actual like paranormal convention.
Oh,
not
that'd
like
be so cool.
Fake haunts. Yeah, it was very cool.
Oh, yeah, we heard about that. They might-
Midwest haunt convention or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think they might have actually went to that. To people that are, their haunt's
Yep.
called Summer Sanctum or something. Summer
Pretty cool.
Sanctum, yeah. So in West Alton. So yeah, I'll definitely get you hooked up with those people.
Yeah,
And,
would love that.
Yeah, I won't probably be able to make this show, but if you guys got nothing going on this Friday night at 7 p.m. at the Old Orchard Gallery,
I will be there.
Check out these funny women performing, and then also there's a little improv with comedy sports.
I will be doing that too.
Always good. Always
So
good. Yeah.
you get to tell me whether I'm better at stand up or improv, which is what I'm trying to figure out. So
Yeah, I'm sure you're good at both.
Thank you.
Thank you again for being on the show. Check out the Daily Dope with Dustin Diggs. Subscribe on their YouTube channel and check out www.artistunitednetwork.com. And we guys will see you guys again tomorrow. We're out.
Artistunitednetwork.
with Dustin Diggs. The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs.